If you've been in business for more than a minute, you're bound to make mistakes. Sometimes hearing about other people's mistakes can help you get through your own or even avoid making them altogether. So, if you think that'll help you, stick around and find out what my worst mistake I ever made was. Before we dive in, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want more content like this, or hit the bell so that you're notified every time a new video pops up. My name is Karen Taradas. I am with Social U, and for the last 12 years, I've been helping business owners just like you grow their business through social media. It worked for them. It can also work for you. So let's go ahead and get started. The worst mistake I ever made was waiting to outsource until it became so painful I didn't have a choice. Now, what do I mean by outsource? Yes, I absolutely mean hiring people on my team, but I also mean getting other professionals or subcontractors to do work for me when I didn't need to be doing it myself. Now, as someone who is a solopreneur and was for the first 8 years of my career, it took me 8 years before I kind of let go and let somebody help me out. I tried to do everything by myself and just absolutely drove myself crazy. And then, you look around and realize I need help. So, of course, the first thing in my mind, I'm like, oh, I need an admin. I didn't need an admin. I needed to sit down and figure out what I was good at and do that, and what I was terrible at and let somebody else do that. Well, it didn't take me long. Accounting, I'm the worst. There's a reason I'm not an accountant. There's a reason that taxes make me cry. I hate that stuff. So the first thing I did was bookkeeping, accounting. That had to go. It saved me so much money long term because I ended up spending less time fooling with that stuff during tax time and less time wondering if I got it right or got it wrong. The first employee that I ever hired was literally one of the best, most refreshing, weight off my shoulders decisions I ever made. Now, again, as somebody who's been doing it alone for so long, you're scared to death to turn it over to another person. What if they don't do it like you? What if they don't, do it like you? And that's okay. They're not going to do it like you. And that's totally okay. What I've discovered over this evolution over the last few years, there's a couple of things I thought I was really good at that, you know what, my team can do better than me. And that's okay. That's what you want. You want to put them in positions where they can shine and they can be the best that they can be. It took me so long to agreed to hire that very first person, but we had so much growth. I hired a second person and a third person and a fourth person, and we've had tremendous growth from each one of the new team members that we've seen over the last few years. You just have to decide, and it doesn't have to be professional. It can be personal. If it saves you time and money, and especially stress, it might be time to invest. What do I mean by that? I mean, if it takes you 8 hours to clean your house, and you sit down and figure out that you can generate $125 an hour if you are working in your business, but it would only cost you $100 to hire somebody to do that cleaning, that is a no-brainer. You're saving yourself hundreds of dollars to let somebody else do it. Or yard work. If it takes you all day and you can generate, if I can generate $100 of income for something an hour, and it takes me 8 hours to do yard work, where I could be making $800, and it's never going to cost me $800 to do yard work. They're always professionals. They're always going to do it faster than you. Hire it out. That just makes the most sense. And that, of course, professionally, whether it's an accountant or a graphic designer or a copywriter or an editor or hiring somebody to run your ads for you, that's totally okay. You will get to a point when you can't do everything by yourself. You just have to determine what you do, what makes you the most money, and do that. If you're the salesperson for your company, be sales. If it makes you happy to spend Saturdays with your family instead of cleaning, get somebody to clean. Whatever works for you that causes the least amount of stress and creates the most money, do it. Waiting to do it is one of the worst mistakes that you're going to make. And I'll tell you, after I've been doing this now for 12 years, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't wait until you're so stressed out you can't handle it anymore. So go ahead and start evaluating now and see what you can kind of get off your plate. Even if it's in little small pieces, I promise it'll help in the long run. I would love to know, What do you think is the biggest mistake that you've made so far? Or what are you struggling with right now? Leave that in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys are working with and what's causing you the most amount of stress. One mistake you don't have to make is having a bad Facebook page. If you will check out the description below, there's a link to take our Facebook quiz. You can find out if your Facebook page is working for or against you. If you have everything you need, and if not, you'll know when the quiz is done what you need to improve on. I hope this video made you feel better. I hope you'll have the ability to keep going if you mess up. That's really the test. It's everybody falls down. It's how you get back up that makes you who you are. If you guys enjoyed this information, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. We do have new information that comes out every Tuesday and Friday, so you can check back for more info. Until then, thanks guys. I'll see you next time.